Hello happy souls, welcome back to my channel. This is Charlotte with Happy Twins 1111. Guys, I'm so sorry I've been away from the videos. I took so many bookings that I didn't actually leave myself enough time to make videos, which was a bit silly. But it's been so wonderful meeting so many of you guys, and I'm so grateful for the growth that my channel has experienced in recent weeks. It's just been absolutely incredible. You guys are amazing. I love you so much. So 12/12 portal, Gemini full moon. Guys, this is huge. This is bigger even than 11/11. It's the portal of rebirth, of evolution. It's really significant in the twin flame calendar especially. But I'm going to be talking more about that in a collaboration that I'm doing with K-Moon. We're going to channel our guides and look at the astrology surrounding it and all sorts. That'll be out tomorrow for 12/12. And I'll also be doing a live guided meditation tomorrow night at 11 p.m. GMT, that's UK time. You can find the time correspondences for your own time zone on the ad on my community page. So if you've not already subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button so you can be updated when I release those 2 videos in the live. But today we are going to look at what's happening in your connection throughout this 12/12 period. We're looking at the divine feminine and masculine energies. I've got a juicy reading for you today with 5 piles, so there's more for you to choose from. It may be that more than one pile applies to you as well, so, you know, just go wherever is guided. Divine feminine energies will be on the left, masculine on the right, and of course, whilst I use the gender pronouns of he and she, they can, of course, apply in the reverse if you're in a same-sex connection. So just, you know, restructure them accordingly. Don't be offended if you're the he or she or whatever, you know. I can't cater for everyone, so I'm just going to use he and she to keep it simple. I'm going to bring the decks closer so you can choose. We have got the Moonchild Tarot with Shimmer Moonstone. We've got the Illest Tarot with Amethyst. The Hyde Tarot with Selenite. God, what is wrong with me today? The Guided Hand Tarot with Amazonite. And these beautiful tarot cards. This is actually the good tarot. Piece of aura light here. This was a gift from Jess Martin. She says, thank you for everything you do. You are awesome and I am blessed. I found your YouTube channel. Love and light, Jess and Smyrny, my dog. God bless her. Thank you so much, Jess. I really appreciate this. I love receiving decks in the post, you guys. If you would like to show your gratitude for the videos I provide on YouTube by donating to get a deck, you can find my Amazon wish list in the description box below. It does help to keep you know, my readings fresh. I love receiving new decks. It's very exciting. So we've got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4 and pile 5. I'm just going to see if I can make room for them across the top so we can have them in order here, and that's better. So let's do this. Pile 1. What's happening in your connection? What's the 12/12 portal bringing forward for you in terms of energies, shifts and changes? We're going to look at current energies. We're going to look at how each party is thinking and feeling. And of course, we are going to look at what you can expect in terms of shifts for the pair of you. Now, divine feminine energies are going to be on the left using the deck I've chosen. Divine masculine energies are going to be on the right using the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. And I do need another deck for the connecting energies down the centre. So I'm going to use the Forest of Enchanted Tarot. Let's put them out here. They were also a new gift. I love these cards, they're so beautiful. Let me just get the correspondences up so I can refer to them if I forget, because they've got different suits. Okay, pile 1. Let's do this. In fact, let's pull a significators first from the Moonology Oracle deck. So, Divine Feminine, what energies are you in for this 12/12 period? Adjustments are required, 3rd quarter moon. And for the masculine, we've got a personal issue reaches resolution. And the connecting energies, we have your hard work is paying off. So this is wonderful. So let's have a look. What have we got down the left for the Divine Feminine? We have got the 6 of Swords in reverse, the Magician in reverse, and the 3 of Swords in reverse. I'm just going to check that these are actually in shot. Yes, they are. You can just about see those. I'm going to pull oracle cards as well, you guys, but when I do a big reading like this, there isn't as much space on the table. How is she thinking and feeling about this connection? We've got the Knight of Swords, we've got the Four of Wands in reverse, and we've got the King of Pentacles in the reverse. And what shifts can our Divine Feminine expect? We've got the Ace of Swords in reverse, we've got the Sun in reverse, and we've got the Nine of Pentacles upright. So let's get some cards out for the masculine. I'm using the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. I absolutely adore these cards. The colour correspondences to the chakras are on each card, and so you can see at a glance the overall energy of it. I absolutely love them. They're brilliant. These were a gift from one of my students, Gallet. Thank you so much, Gallet. You're so adorable. Appreciate you so much. Okay. So we've got the King of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands. How's he thinking and feeling? We've got Seven of Wands in reverse, Five of Pentacles in reverse, the Star in reverse. And what shifts can we expect for him? We've got Strength in reverse, the Empress in reverse, and the Lovers in reverse. Wow, so a lot of blocked energies for our Divine Masculine in pile one. All right, let's get some connecting. Oh, that one, there's one flipped over there. I'm going to keep that one. We're obviously meant to have it. It's the Seeker of Visions, which I believe is the Page of Cups in reverse. All right. We've got the Keeper of Spells, which is the King of Wands in reverse. And we have got Child of Boons. I beg your pardon, that's a knight, not a page. Child of Boons is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. I'm going to keep that one as well. The Two of Pentacles. Right, let's do this. So, our Divine Feminine, she is making adjustments. She knows that she needs to create shifts and changes in herself. And I feel that this Divine Feminine has been trying to move away from this connection. She's aware now that separation serves her, that, you know, both her and her counterpart need time and space to heal, and she is going through this healing period. We've got this Three of Swords. Now, I feel like this has been particularly turbulent for her, and I just want to reassure you that this 12-12 portal, you know, rebirth is messy. I want you to think of how babies come into this world. It's painful, it's messy, it's frantic, you know, but it's also very, very beautiful. And this is exactly what the 12-12 portal represents. It's our rebirth. So it can be messy, it can be frantic, it can be painful. And I do feel like our Divine Feminine on this pile is feeling somewhat disempowered at the moment. She's having an attack of doubt. She's kind of lost a bit of faith in herself, in the journey. She's going through a really rough healing period. She's trying to move away from her counterpart, but she's struggling to let go. So she knows that adjustments are required. She knows that she needs to shift and change. But she's just, you know, she's really riding choppy waters at the moment is what I'm feeling. But she is making progress. And I want to reassure you that if this is you watching this pile, you know, the connecting energy here is your hard work is paying off. And you've just got to trust that you are being moved in the right direction, even if it's by quite, you know, turbulent waters. For your Divine Masculine, we're seeing the full moon in Cancer with a personal issue reaching resolution. And he's, you know, there's a lot of blocked energies here, but for him in the current energies, he's really feeling a lot better. We've got the King of Cups upright. This is Scorpio energy, and he is really a lot more emotionally balanced, a lot more contained. These are very deep feelings he has here. You know, he's really looking at the situation from a much more mature emotional perspective, which he hasn't been able to do before. He is ready to embrace a new start with this Ace of Cups and Ace of Wands. And I really feel like he's been shocked into action by this Divine Feminine's departure. She hasn't fully moved away from him, but I feel she's pulled back enough for him to think, okay, I need to take action here. And we've got this beautiful new emotional beginning and this beautiful new spiritual beginning of him finally saying, okay, you know, I'm going to grasp this wand. I'm going to start moving forward. With the Knight of Cups in reverse, though, neither one is making any offers or coming forward. There's probably not much communication in this connection at the moment, but our Divine Feminine knows that that's what is needed. And the Divine Masculine is kind of holding back and respecting her need for space, so to speak. In terms of how each party's feeling, the Divine Feminine, you know, she's very action oriented, but she's kind of moved away from this idea of union. And I feel like she is, you know, perceiving her masculine in a much harsher light. Not to be unkind, but just to say, do you know what, actually, you're not ready for a relationship. You can't conduct yourself in a healthy, balanced manner in a relationship right now. And I'm recognising that union between us right now doesn't serve either party. So I feel like she's very focused on her shadow self, and she's become a lot more aware of his shadow aspects and his lower vibrational energy. This is such an interesting card here. You can see that there's a person kind of, I'm going to bring it closer so you can see it. You know, he is kind of, he's got these two shadow aspects side by side, bearing in mind 3 represents rebirth, and there's this portal or gateway in the background, so it's very fitting for this 12/12 portal period. And I feel like she is really very much saying and feeling about him, feeling and thinking that, you know, he's got to face his shadows, he's got to move through that portal independently. For now, I'm not focusing on him, I'm not focusing on union. I recognise that he's not feeling worthy enough for this connection, and that's going to just create imbalances in any potential relationship. And this acknowledgement is what is driving her to move away from this connection, so that they can both have that space to heal themselves. For him though, I do feel like his barriers are down. He's starting to acknowledge and have faith in the spiritual nature of this connection. Even though he feels rejected by his Divine Feminine, he's accepting and understanding the reason for that. It has kind of made him a little bit pessimistic about what may happen in future. You know, he's scared, he's worried, he does think that he's lost her. He thinks that, you know, perhaps there's not much hope now. I don't think she's ever pulled back from him in this way. And, you know, with this king here, the King of Wands in reverse, you know, both parties are feeling the burn of that. They're both feeling disempowered. They're both feeling a little bit hopeless about the connection. But for the Divine Feminine, she's got a little bit more faith in the divine plan, but the masculine's not quite as advanced in his spiritual understanding yet. And, you know, you share energy. So his kind of lack of faith is going to rub both parties up the wrong way. So there are a lot of blocked energies here for the masculine. He obviously feels very deeply for his feminine here with this King of Cups, but he's also overwrought and overwhelmed and just very, very sad about what's happening with them in their connection at the moment. Now, I'm going to get some more of these cards for thoughts and feelings, because I know that's your favourite bit. These are the emotional intelligence cards by Made for Love. You can find a link for them in the description box below, and please do check out her channel. She's absolutely fabulous. She's also a twin flame and love reader here on YouTube. Right, so we've got powerless, apathetic, fearful, avoidant, and for our masculine we've got happy, angry, wow, what a contradiction, and joy. So we've already talked about the Divine Feminine feeling disempowered, and I feel like, you know, at this stage she's a bit numb to what's happening. It's almost kind of like she's run out of steam. She's released the majority of that pain, and now she's in this kind of zone of, do you know what, I don't actually care what happens. She's letting go. Fearful avoidant is kind of, you know, being emotionally detached to protect self. There's definitely still fear rumbling under the surface of her emotions here that you perhaps haven't acknowledged, Divine Feminine. You need to be aware of this because it doesn't serve you. You need to let go of fear. And this 12/12 portal is the perfect opportunity to shed layers, to embrace this beautiful rebirth. The masculine, I mean, very contradictory energies. We've got happy and joyful and angry. You know, happy's coming up over his barriers being down, and I feel like he's happy to at least acknowledge the spiritual nature of this connection and to begin wrapping his head around that. He's angry about the rejection. He's angry that it was so sudden. He's angry he doesn't understand it. But, you know, he's trying to hold on to that optimism, to that joy. He's trying to hold on to the idea that there could still be a future here, but his fear and doubt does gnaw away at him, and I feel he's struggling to hold on to that feeling. In terms of what's shifting for you two, I mean, for the Divine Feminine, we've got the Ace of Swords in reverse. And, you know, this is really this is a step backwards, if I'm honest. And with the sun in reverse also, it feels like some truth that was previously illuminated and brought into the light has kind of been shunted backwards. And I see the divine feminine actually moving much more into her 3D power, to maybe taking a break from her spiritual journey to focus on work, career, home life, her own abundance. I feel like she's been so wrapped up, so deeply connected to her spiritual development, that she's actually let go of her 3D commitment somewhat, and she's trying to bring that into balance, but I see her moving too much in the opposite direction. So this is why it's powerful to glimpse into the future, because we can say, you know, this isn't the ideal. Yes, you need to focus on your 3D stuff, but you need to bring things back into balance. And I feel like, you know, this kind of truth that was previously perhaps partially integrated is being pulled back, and that's not an ideal way to move forward. You need to fully integrate the truth and embrace it. But sometimes, you know, in this fearful avoidant energy, we pull back and deny the truth because it helps protect us from pain. And this is where I see our divine feminine moving, that she's actually saying, do you know what, maybe I can completely let go of this connection. And I don't know if I believe in the twin flame stuff anymore. I don't know if I believe in my DM. I want to believe in him. I know he needs to heal, but this is just so painful. I'm going to focus on my 3D life. So we're going to get some guidance cards here as well, but you know, in reality, this is too far in the other direction. Yes, you need to bring things back into balance, but to step away from your spiritual path completely is only going to hurt you and actually create more delays. It's self-sabotage. For the masculine, I mean, these are all blocked energies here again. We've got Strength in reverse, we've got the Empress in reverse, and we've got the Lovers in reverse. You know, this is him also losing faith, losing trust in the connection, feeling powerless to make choices for himself, feeling weak, apathetic, and just generally, you know, giving in. And the connecting energy here with the, what's boons again, the Page of Pentacles in reverse and the Two of Pentacles upright. This does promise a dramatic shift and a dramatic change. But in this Two of Pentacles, you see this gentleman balancing this heavy load, this burden of weight he's carrying on his shoulders. And you can see he's moving over the bridge. He's moving to new places. But there's a troll under here. You know, there's that fear lurking that threatens to halt our progress. So the Page of Pentacles is about apologies as well. It's about, you know, messages or that intend to bring forward more harmony and balance. And with this Two of Pentacles, I feel like both parties are kind of moving in a new direction, but this fear does threaten to kind of interfere with or block or create obstacles in their progress. So both of them are kind of moving forward, holding on to that burdensome idea of change, development, but they're tired. They're tired. They've got their right foot forward, which is really positive. You know, that's receptive energy. But they're also still fearful. So these two, you know, I would say that you're not quite shifting towards union energies, but this is actually very common when you get to a certain stage in the journey that both parties get tired. And of course, this kind of pullback, this disconnection was led by the divine feminine in this instance, which I feel has been unusual for these two. You know, she's trying to step into her power. It's just somewhat misguided. She's pulled back too far. She's fearful. She's avoidant. You know, she's feeling disempowered. So let's get some guidance cards for each of you. For the divine feminine, we've got Knight of Cups in reverse. We've got the Hanged Man in reverse. And we've got the Page of Swords in reverse. For the masculine, we've got the Two of Wands in reverse, the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. I'm going to get some of these personal power cards as well. These are by Deja Druitt. We've got I am celebrated. I am responsible for my life. That's a big one. And I am scared. For the masculine, we've got I am knowledge. I'm wild and free. And I am supported. So divine feminine, the guidance for you is to stay in your position of being you know, stepped away from your masculine. The Knight of Cups indicates that now is not a good time to be coming forward with any kind of emotional messages, offers or suggestions. This is what I mean about you struggling with this letting go and moving away, but you need to hold on to it. However, you also need to surrender to what is. You need to surrender to the outcome and stop placing expectations which has disappointed you. You're guided not to communicate with your DM at this stage. You know, your pulling back has had a powerful impact on him, and he needs that to create his own emotional balance and stability. He was leaning on you too much. He was codependent, and you're learning not to be, and you need to give him the space to learn not to be. But you do need to celebrate how far you've come. You know, don't be disheartened. You really have made such fabulous progress in your spiritual development, in how you feel about yourself. You're learning to conquer all of those negative self-beliefs about yourself, and you're taking responsibility for your life. But I'm guided that you need to take more responsibility for your life. You know, when we're feeling really bad, it's really easy to get swallowed whole by our fear and start projecting that pain, to start blaming others. Well, if this person hadn't done that, or if my DM hadn't rejected me or hadn't done X, Y, Z, I wouldn't be feeling so bad. But you have to take responsibility for your feelings in your life, because they are born just of your thoughts. Other people's actions are something you can never control. So it's not safe to base your emotional balance and your well-being on the actions of other people, no matter who they are. And I know you're scared right now, but you need to pull yourself out of that fear state. It's purely self-sabotage. Fear just comes from negative thoughts. So when you get control of your thoughts, you're going to be able to squash that fear and just focus on love and how far you've come, because you really have worked so hard. For the masculine, he needs to not make any decisions anytime soon. We've got 2 9s for him here, which are very much about independent and, you know, solitary progress in terms of his emotions and releasing anxiety. I feel like he is very anxious at the moment, but he's, you know, he needs to work at bringing himself back into emotional balance and to facing his anxiety head on, to recognize how powerful and smart and intelligent he actually is. He's developed so much, even though he may feel stuck and like he's disempowered. He has actually already changed so much on the inside. His thoughts have taken on much more wisdom. You know, he's starting to expand his awareness and see this connection in a brand new light. He needs to recognize that he is free, if only he will allow himself to be free. And also that he is supported by the divine spirit as well. He doesn't feel supported because he's in this state of anxiety, and he's asking himself, well, why would the universe cause me so much pain? If I was loved and supported, why would I be in pain? But as I said, rebirth is messy. Okay, it's painful, it's frantic, but ultimately it's beautiful. You know, following on from that pain, you find immense joy. So I really hope that helped part 1. Stand firm, hold fast. It feels like you're in very, as I said, turbulent energies for the 2 of you, but you've got to trust that it will pass and you're going to feel great again. So, you know, keep facing true north, keep going, keep aiming for balance, harmony. And don't forget to join me for the live guided meditation tomorrow. It's always so beautiful to meditate collectively, and I love doing those for you guys. And as I said, I will be posting a video with K-Moon tomorrow, also talking about the 12-12 portal and what it means. Well, not just to twin flames, but to everyone with a spiritual leaning. I'm really excited to do that. I love collaborating with K-Moon. If you haven't checked out her channel already, she is an astrologer. She also channels for the twin flame community. You can find a link to her channel in the description box below, and check out my website if you would like a private reading. You can find me at happysouls1111.com. Okay, part 2. We have got the Good Tarot for you. This is a gift from Jess Martin, one of my clients. Thank you so much, Jess, and her dog Smyrny. So we're going to be looking at what is happening currently in your connection. How is each party thinking and feeling? How are things going to shift for you two? I'm going to choose some Moonology cards as significators. I'm going to get one for the Divine Feminine on the left. We have got Show the World the Real You. For the masculine, we've got Your Dreams Need a Practical Plan. And the connecting energies are surrender to the divine full moon. That is beautiful. So we've got full moon in Aquarius, full moon in Taurus, and full moon here. So I'm going to use the good tarot for the divine feminine. I'll be picking 2 other decks to use for the divine masculine side. We've got the 6 of Cups, Strength. These are such beautiful cards. It's the first time I've used them on one of my readings. And the 6 of Fire. Beautiful. So those are the current energies for our divine feminine. 2 sixes, they both are numbers of love and strength. So 6 of Cups, 6 of Wands, and strength. How's she feeling and thinking about the connection? We've got the death card, transformation. We've got the 7 of Wands. And we've got the 10 of Wands. And what's shifting for her? What can she expect to shift with this 12-12 portal? 4 of Wands. Messenger of Fire. Oh, bugger. I don't know what court that is. I think it's probably the Page, but let me just double check. Messengers. No, it's the Knight. So it's the Knight of Wands. Okay, and the Hanged Man. Okay. So we're going to use the Chakra Wisdom Tarot for the masculine energies. Again, we're looking at current energies. What's he thinking? What's he feeling? What's shifting for him? That came out, so we're going to keep it. We've got the 3 of Cups. And we've got the 6 of Wands. That's interesting. They've both got that card in the top row. And the Queen of Wands in reverse. What's he thinking and feeling about the connection? Knight of Pentacles in reverse. 4 of Swords in reverse, and the Fool. What's shifting for him? 10 of Pentacles in reverse, the Devil in reverse, and the 4 of Pentacles. This is powerful. Powerful power too. Right. Oh, there's one turned over already. What was that? What is that one that's turned over? The Lovers in reverse of the connecting energies. This is the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. I'm going to use the connecting energies down the centre. Absolutely freezing in England today, but it's so sunny and we have blue skies. It makes me so happy. Okay. We have got the Page of Pentacles and Secret Visions, the Knight of Cups. Right, so Divine Feminine. Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. You are ready to be your authentic self. You have gathered so much strength. You are feeling loving. You are feeling brave, victorious, powerful. You are in your power. You are communicating in a new, more empowered and authentic way. You are feeling strong and courageous and in control. These are beautiful energies for our divine feminine. You really have, come through this very stormy, difficult period, and you have risen like a phoenix from the ashes. You are deeply connected to your inner child. You've been releasing wounds. These are such powerful energies for you. For our divine masculine, he is now planning. We've got your dreams need a practical plan, and he is really trying to be more practical. He's trying to focus on resolving a third party situation. I'm guided down here as well that that is coming to a close. This is his focus right now. He knows he needs to close off karmic cycles. He knows that he needs to create more joy in his life and that he is responsible for that. He is ready to be victorious. He is ready to embrace a new beginning. He is feeling somewhat disempowered, and he's still in these kind of manipulative energies, particularly in a sexual way. I feel like he uses sex as power. And he is, but our divine feminine isn't taking any of that nonsense at the moment. This is how he is comfortable creating intimacy. It's through his sexual prowess, and he is still in that energy, but he is at least focused on creating a new way forward, on strategizing and creating plans to be able to move away from the connection that he's in. But with the Lovers in reverse here as the connecting energy, I would assume that these two and not making any major choices about one another at this stage. It does feel like a bit of a stalemate between them. They're very much focused on themselves, and we've got this surrender to the divine here as the connecting energy, which is really powerful. You know, both of them are recognizing that this connection has a higher purpose and that their focus needs to be on themselves and the divine and not on one another. So I feel like perhaps there's a period of separation or lack of communication right now. Our divine feminine in this powerful state is probably, you know, I was going to swear then, I can't swear. Google AdSense will ban me. She's told him to get lost, you know, I'm not responding to your flirty, sexy kind of approach anymore. And because he's still in that energy, that it's kind of created this stalemate. Now, in terms of how she's feeling and thinking, her feelings for him have transformed. She's got new, healthy boundaries. She is in her power. This is represented here by this beautiful unicorn, which for me is a really powerful, magical symbol of protection and high guidance. You know, she has gone through this powerful change and her emotions have shifted. She's not taking any crap anymore. And look, we've got the 10 of Wands here, and I love how it's depicted. This lady is juggling these messages and they are on fire. She is burning away the old and embracing the new. She's setting new intentions for how she wants to be treated in this connection. And she's not taking any more bull from him. Why do I want to swear in this pile? Do you know what? There's a feeling of, there's this undercurrent of rage actually for the divine feminine in this. She is powerful right now. You know, she's like, I'm taking no prisoners. I'm not tolerating this anymore. She is feeling het up. I'm feeling het up for it. It's the kind of like, yes, I'm going to own this. You're not going to walk all over me anymore. So she is feeling in her power. Her feelings have transformed. She's all about healthy boundaries and no more bull communication. You know, she's holding her strength. He doesn't know what to do with this energy. We've got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, which contradicts your dreams need a practical plan. Yeah, need is not actually doing. He knows what he needs to do, but he doesn't have a practical plan. He doesn't know what to think about this shift in the divine feminine. With the Four of Swords in the reverse, he's massively confused, but he does want that new beginning, even though he's feeling very anxious, very vulnerable, very scared that he's completely lost her. With this Page of Pentacles here, I feel like both party is wanting to make an apology, but this is such an interesting Page of Pentacles because we see this boy here and he's at that gingerbread house. Now, we know it's not safe, right, to take from the gingerbread house. There's a wicked old witch in there that's going to gobble you up. So I feel like both of them are afraid. Neither one wants to let their guard down. You know, they're both afraid of coming forward and opening the lines of communication because they don't want confrontation and conflicts. They don't trust that that's going to be safe. So there's definitely still an undercurrent of anger and potential conflict between these two. But our divine feminine is moving in the right direction, even though she still needs to release some of that bitterness and resentment. But she's using that anger to fuel her strength, to fuel her power. So it's, you know, and anger is actually quite high vibrational compared to some you know, negative energies. So she's kind of working with that rather than allowing her to defeat her and push her down. She's actually using it to elevate herself. And he's very confused about this. He doesn't know what to do with this energy. He's like, I want a new beginning, but I don't know where to start. In terms of what's shifting, this is really powerful for the divine feminine. You know, we've got the Four of Wands here, and this is a beautiful Four of Wands because it actually shows this woman playing her flute, quite happy on her own, grounded, satisfied, illuminated. You know, she is sitting in her own light. She is holding space. This is a union card, but for me, this is a union with self. Okay, this is her embracing her beautiful rebirth and owning it for herself. And with this Knight of Wands, you know, this is taking action. But again, I feel this is action for herself. This is focusing on her own crown, her own glory, her own power. And she is moving into full surrender with this Hanged Man energy here, which is also the number 12, very powerful. So I feel like this divine feminine is moving into this powerful rebirth with gusto. She is embracing it. She is owning it. She is ready to surrender. She is ready. She's stepping up. She is coming into union with herself. This is a powerful rebirth for her. Our divine masculine is also making positive steps forward. We've got the 10 of Pentacles in reverse and the Devil in reverse. And I'm seeing this of him letting go of this third party situation, you know, making decisions that, though really difficult, he knows he needs to let go of. And with the Devil, this is all about releasing really negative behaviors, addictions, anything that doesn't serve us. Remember, the Devil is distorted love energy. Okay, it's unhealthy attachments. And I feel like our masculine is going to be really pushed to release those things. He's still holding back somewhat from the divine feminine though. He's still not ready to fully let himself go. But with this Knight of Cups as the connecting energy, I do feel like there's going to be a coming together and communication and some kind of gentle offers made. I love this card because this gentleman's playing a harp, which is a really divine instrument. You know, it's the instrument of the gods, of the angels. And I do feel like somehow there's going to be some really loving, affectionate communication that even though they're not ready for a full union, our masculine's got things to sort out and our divine feminine's far too busy concentrating on her own power and surrender. But there's going to be an olive branch. There's going to be a reaching out and some beautiful, lovely communication. So this is really powerful. Let's get some guidance cards for each of you. Oh, I'm really feeling the fire of this divine feminine for part 2. Really feeling that fire. She's all fired up. She really is. What's the guidance for our divine feminine for this 12-12 portal? Wow, Ace of Wands. The Hierophant. I love these cards. They're so beautiful. Thank you, Jess. And the Knight of Pentacles. This is beautiful. What's the guidance for our masculine? We've got 10 of Cups reverse, 5 of Wands, and the 3 of Swords in reverse. And we're going to get some of these personal power cards as well. We've got I speak highly of myself. I surrender. There you go. That's the second affirmation. I've pulled out 2. I'm a dreamer and I'm passionate. So we're going to keep them. We'll do 4 for the masculine as well. I choose to tune out negative people and thoughts. I release what doesn't serve me. I'm open to receive. And I am celebrated. So, you know, our divine feminine, I mean, she knows what to do. I feel like you're going to be watching this divine feminine and you're like, I'm already doing that, girl. And do you know what? I feel really empowered on your behalf. I'm celebrating with you. This feels really strong. Big, strong energies from our divine feminine, this part. With this Ace of Wands, you need to just embrace this rebirth. And I feel like you know that. You're ready for this powerful change. And this is such a powerful Hierophant card. For a start, it's represented by a woman, which isn't always the case. And all of this beautiful blue, the colours of truth, you know, you are ready to embrace your truth. You are ready to fully embody your surrender. And you know, with this Knight of Pentacles, you are now planning how you're going to move forward. You know, you're looking into the future, you're getting creative, you know how to ask the universe for exactly what you want, but you're also surrendering to what is. You're releasing any expectations of the outcome. It's more of this energy of, well, you know, this would be nice, but I'm good with whatever comes my way. You're trusting in the divine. You are truly surrendering. And, you know, you need to hold tight in terms of your thoughts. Don't let them run away with you. I'm still picking up that sometimes you're looking in the mirror and thinking, hey, you look fat today. You look ugly today. Or, you know, you're still beating yourself up verbally in some way. And you've got to remember that if you wouldn't say it to your best friend, to your mum, to your sister, you shouldn't be saying it to yourself. So be really aware of how your thoughts might be sabotaging any progress at the moment. But you are ready to surrender, and you can do that by surrendering to the divine. There's so many surrender cards here. Focus on your dreams. Your dreams are very prophetic, and you're going to get answers that are going to help shift you forward through your dreams. And we've also got I am passionate. You know, hold on to this passion and fire that's in you, because even though it's confusing your masculine, it's really turning him on. Okay, he's loving your power right now. Even though you're not communicating, he can feel it. He can feel that fire. For the masculine, he definitely needs to let go of this relationship he's in. I'm guessing he's actually married. He needs to face the conflicts, the confrontation that's going to come through that, and he needs to allow himself to heal. These are big triggers for him, and, you know, he's, unlike his divine feminine, he's still learning to tune out those negative thoughts that don't always come from him. They come from other people, and they're being, you know, deeply lodged in his heart space where they don't belong. So he needs to be really mindful of what he's taking in. You know, who is littering his garden, his beautiful mind, which is his own garden that he needs to be nurturing and nurturing into bloom, who is littering with their garbage. He needs to be really aware of that. He needs to let go of what doesn't serve him. And this is also a number 10 card. You know, this is completely backing up that he is ready to move on from this relationship. He needs to be open and ready to receive not just the messages from the divine, but the gifts. Okay, he needs to understand that he can start manifesting whatever he wants when he's open and ready to receive and allowing that divine flow of abundance, and that he is celebrated. He needs to trust that he is loved. He may have made mistakes. I feel like he's very hard on himself. It's not just his own thoughts that he needs to it's not just the thoughts of others he needs to tune out of. He needs to be aware of how he's beating himself up. There's a lot of guilt and shame with this guy. A lot of, oh my God, I can't believe I did that, and kicking himself really hard. And he needs to remember that Spirit still loves him, still on his side. That was a powerful reading for you, part 2. I really hope that helps. Let me know in the comments if that resonated, because I'm excited for you. Don't forget to join me for my 12/12 portal meditation tomorrow. I'm really excited to do that with you. I'll be going live. You can find the details on my community page. And of course, I'll be doing a collab with K-Moon, so watch this space. We'll be talking about the 12/12 portal. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, I am fully booked until mid-January. But you can book with me online at happysouls1111.com. I am going to be reducing the number of readings I do from next year. So grab a reading while you can, because there won't be as many available once I restrict my diary. Okay. Pile 3, the Illest Tarot with the Amethyst. Okay, pile 3. We're looking at divine feminine energies on the left, divine masculine energies on the right. How long have we gone for? Okay, I'm just making sure we're not running out of time. And I'm going to pull some significators for you first. Let's see what energies you and your masculine are in. Divine feminine, we have got nothing is set in stone, mutable moon. And for the masculine, we've got new moon in Scorpio, working through your fears. And the connecting energy is a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. That's what we like to hear. So I'm going to use this deck for the divine feminine on the left. Use different decks for the masculine and the connecting energies down the centre. Okay. So let's have a look-see here. What are the current energies for our divine feminine? We've got 3 of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the King of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the Death card. Major transformation going on here for this 12/12 portal. Major. How's she thinking and feeling about the connection? We've got the Fool. We've got the 7 of Cups. And we have got the 9 of Wands reversed. And what's shifting for her? What changes can she expect with this 12/12 portal? We've got the King of Cups. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. We have got the Page of Cups. Fabulous. So we're going to use the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. Guys, I'm really sorry. I've got to grab the door. I'm so sorry about that. This was actually an Amazon gift from someone. I know because it's just addressed to Charlotte. So someone sent me some cards. I will open them afterwards. Thank you. So you guys are so amazing. Sorry about that. I know it's a bit of a rude interruption, but otherwise I'll end up with parcels on my doorstep and they always get stolen. Okay, where was I? We were pulling for the Divine Masculine. This is the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. This deck was a gift from Gallet. So for the masculine's current energies, we've got Knight of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the Page of Wands. We've got the 4 of Cups in reverse. How's he thinking and feeling? We've got the 8 of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Swords, and the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. And what's shifting for him? What's changing in the connection? The Magician, 7 of Swords in reverse, and the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, I'm going to use the Forest of Enchantment Tarot for the connecting energies. These were also a gift. You guys are so good to me. I do appreciate receiving all these decks. It does help keep my readings fresh and interesting. Okay, we have got the 2 of Wands. We've got the Fool in reverse. It's called the White Heart in this deck. And we have got the 8 of Wands in reverse. Okay. So Divine Feminine, nothing is set in stone, mutable moon. We've also got the Death card here. This is a period of major transformation for you. You may feel somewhat unsettled. You may feel disconnected, dislocated from your reality. These shifts can be ungrounding, unsettling. And, you know, I feel like there's been some issues at work for you, perhaps problems with some colleagues. This has kind of not helped. You're going through this major personal and spiritual shift, and I feel like you've got a lot of work problems that you're not feeling very grounded and settled in your actual current 3D life as well. And I just want to preempt that this can happen. Okay, when you go through a rebirth, the universe starts moving everything out of the way that doesn't serve you, and this can sometimes be work. So if it feels like things are collapsing around you, you've just got to trust that this needs to happen, that it's for your highest good. You're not being punished. It's just a case that the universe is moving things out of the way for you to make way for the right things. So this may feel like a really painful shift and transformation for you. I feel like it really has unsettled your home and career. But you need to hold firm. You know, God bless you. I feel like this Divine Feminine is in a really kind of turbulent energy right now of powerful change, which is just, as I said, dislocating is the word that's really coming to mind. The masculine is working through his fears. We've got this new moon in Scorpio. He doesn't know how to move forward at this stage, but he really feels communicative, and I feel like these two may be in communication even though things are unsettled between them. He has come out of a period of having been quite self-absorbed and maybe a bit ignorant, and at the moment both of them are now weighing things up between one another and starting to communicate again. I feel like he's come forward in quite a casual, light-hearted, fun and flirty way, but the lines of communication have been opened again. And with this Two of Wands energy, they're both now choosing one another. You know, they are both receptive and giving in this connection is what I'm feeling with this Two of Wands energy. And I love how this is represented here. You literally see all of these runic symbols on these sticks, and he's holding two in his hand. I don't read runes, so I'm not sure what the symbols mean. I don't think they're even rune. They're something else, but they are both in receptive and giving mode. So a new romantic cycle is beginning, which is beautiful. And I feel like even though our Divine Feminine is so unsettled, she feels this. You know, both of them are starting to work through their fears and allow themselves to be a bit more vulnerable in their communication. They've kind of let their guard down somewhat. In terms of what our Divine Feminine is thinking and feeling, she's ready for a new start. She's weighing up her options and she's not giving up. You know, I feel like she's no longer as focused on her Divine Masculine. I feel she's in this take it or leave it energy. You know, she still wants him, but she's also reached a place of being able to exist quite comfortably and happily without him. This is probably why he's come rushing forward, because the energy has shifted in the connection. And what's really interesting here is while she's ready for this beautiful new beginning, the connection is kind of stalled somewhat by the masculine's energy. Things have moved a little bit too quickly for him, and I feel like, you know, he's as much disturbed by these dramatic 12-12 changes as his feminine is, but he's recognizing the truth of this connection now. He just doesn't yet feel worthy enough or in a position to give equally, to reciprocate in a way that he knows she needs and deserves to receive. So there's a lot of holding back from him, even though he's kind of come out of his shell somewhat. And with, as I said, this connecting energy being the Fool in reverse, it feels like the Divine Feminine is ready to move forward, but he's kind of still pulling back and not quite allowing the energy to flow. In terms of what's shifting for the Divine Feminine, you know, she is moving into a much more emotionally mature place. She is beginning to plan her future. And this is a very twinny Knight of Pentacles, because you've got the Olsen twins here. And, you know, she is really starting to look at this connection with fresh eyes. She's starting to look at it in a much more grounded way. And she's starting to create her own future and her own path forward without hanging on his every word. She's realised now she doesn't need to wait for him to have this new beginning. And she's open to communication. She's allowing herself to be a bit more vulnerable, to be a bit more affectionate, to be a bit more free with her words and her feelings. So I do feel like path 3, you know, even though you're very unsettled right now, you've actually got quite a lot of emotional balance. It's everything around you, the 3D stuff, which seems to be collapsing and causing you anguish. But actually, because you are in this emotionally balanced place, you know, you are holding that thought in a much more still and controlled way. I feel like if this had have happened to you 6 months ago, you wouldn't have coped. But you're now in this energy of, I can take this. I know how to meditate now. I know how to be calm. I know how to release anxiety. And I feel like this new energy in you is only going to be strengthened by this 12-12 portal. This is going to push you forward into a much more empowered state. It's going to do the same for the masculine. He's moving into this magician energy, and this is such a beautiful card in this deck. You see this chap holding onto the wand, and he's presenting it to his feminine. And look how determined he looks. He's saying, I'm ready. I'm ready to take the wand. I'm ready to embrace my power. I'm ready to move forward. He's also moving into more authenticity. He's got the 7 of Swords here in reverse, which is about letting go of conflict, and particularly conflicting thoughts that weren't real, recognizing that they were fears, that they weren't true, and making decisions that are going to be more empowering and more, more fruitful for him. He's all about bringing himself back into balance now. You know, he doesn't feel like he can give and take equally, and I feel like this rebirth is actually going to drive him towards the right actions to developing his abundance, his self-esteem, his self-worth, to moving into an energy of kind of feeling more deserving of his feminine's attention. But with the 8 of Wands again in reverse, it just feels like, you know, the energies aren't right for them to come together. So I don't see a union for you guys. For me, this is about both of you moving in the right direction, but not necessarily towards one another. But I do feel like there's going to be communication here. You know, this is a brand new phase for you guys. A new romantic cycle is beginning. So let's get some guidance cards for each of you as well. This is really lovely. We've got Justice in reverse. We've got the Devil. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, those are big, big cards for our Divine Feminine for guidance. Let's see what we've got for the Masculine. The 7 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 4 of Wands. Personal Power Oracle cards. I am worthy. I am authentic. I can change my thoughts, and I'm divinely guided. Let's see what we've got for the masculine. I'm a dreamer. I am a healer. I am wild and free. And I'm a creator. So, Divine Feminine, there are still some karmic cycles that you need to close out that relate to unhealthy love, distorted love. And I'm picking up that this is actually in your friendship and family group rather than with your masculine, because you've already created boundaries with him. You've already had this powerful transformation, but there is still codependence both within and without. That means that you're not setting healthy boundaries for yourself, and other people are crossing them, and you're still not pushing back. You know, and you're still not perhaps treating them in a healthy, non-attached way. So this is the big cycle. We've got the Wheel of Fortune here. You know, this is your destiny to resolve this. It's your destiny, if you're a twin flame, to collapse that codependency template. And I feel like there's definitely some unresolved karma here with friends and family that you still need to let go of. Probably some with your DM as well. But there's definitely something that you still need to address relating to boundaries. And this is about people feeling entitled to your time, making you feel obligated and guilt-tripping you and shaming you when you don't deliver on their demands, their expectations. And you've got to be honest about how you might be doing that in relationships too, you know. But you are worthy. You're stepping into this energy of feeling worthy and authentic, and you need to hold on to that energy, because sometimes I feel it can slip away from you, and you do bring yourself back, but you need to just hold on to those thoughts. Remember, you can change your thoughts. You know how to do this now. You've worked so hard to empower yourself. And remember that you're divinely guided. This is a number 12 card. You know, you are being divinely guided through this portal and this change. Trust, even if this change looks painful. And, you know, a lot of this anxious attachment could be holding on to jobs that doesn't serve you. You know, don't be afraid. If the universe is bringing things to a close, trust these cycles need to come to end, and it's all part of the divine plan. Focus on your positive affirmations. I am worthy, I am authentic, I can change my thoughts, and I will. For the masculine, he now needs to learn to invest in his dreams. He's a natural born healer, and this is a change that he's beginning to recognize about himself, but he's certainly not prepared to work at that. He's still got a lot of silly preconceived ideas about this making him less manly, I think. He is ready for union with himself, and this Four of Wands card really is the union with self card. You can see here that you've got that 11 pillars, but this woman is alone. She's surrounded by these beautiful butterflies of transformation. This is the color of the heart chakra of love. You know, he needs to focus on coming into union with self and creating you know, healthier thoughts for himself. He is free, even though he doesn't feel free. And we've got the magician here, and you know, he's being reminded that he is the creator, that when he starts following and investing in his dreams, he can create a new way of being. And he's working through those spheres now, which is going to enable him to do that. But he needs to hold on to that optimism and strength that he's worked so hard at developing. So I hope that was helpful for you, pile 3. Please let me know in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. It's always lovely to get your feedback. I am doing that live guided meditation for the 12/12 portal tomorrow, and a collaboration with K-Moon, in which we'll talk about it both from the perspective of my guides, and K-Moon will be focusing on the astrology of this period. So come and check us out. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that at my website, happysouls1111.com. I am fully booked until mid-January, but I will be reducing the number of readings I do from then. So do get one in whilst you can, because my diary is filling up fast. Okay, pile 4, the Hyde Tarot. This was a deck created by Dan Francis, who is a very close friend of my daughter's, and I'm very delighted to say a friend of mine now. This is the prototype. The original one is coming out very soon. His Kickstarter campaign has ended, but you can of course order this deck. I'll pop a link to his Instagram in the description box below. So let's get some significators for the feminine and then the masculine energy. Divine feminine on the left. Nothing will come of this situation. Void of course moon. She is moving away. She's losing faith, which is really interesting, because for the masculine we have faith in your dreams. So they are in polar opposite energies at the moment. That's really interesting. The connecting energy is your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. So divine feminine, what are the current energies for her? We've got the altar, which is the magician, the spell, which is the 10 of cups, and the 2 of pentacles in reverse. Wow, she is really letting go. I reckon this divine feminine's got a karmic, and she's decided to focus on her own family. What's she thinking and feeling about this? Wow, 6 of cups reversed. Wow, she's really lost faith. She's given up on the twin flame journey. She's like, I don't believe in this anymore. 3 of wands in reverse and judgment in reverse. Oh, wow. This is crazy. What's shifting for her? This 12/12 portal. 10 of wands in reverse. She's not trying anymore. She doesn't want this responsibility. 7 of pentacles in reverse. She's no longer invested. And the monkey, 7 of cups. She's weighing up her options. Oh, poor DM. Your DF is abandoning you. She's had enough. I wonder what's pushed her. We'll dig into that in a minute. Let's pull some cards for the masculine. What are the current energies? Queen of Cups in reverse. 7 of Cups. 5 of Swords in reverse. How's he thinking and feeling about the connection? Hermit in reverse. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. And Temperance in reverse. A lot of blocked energies for our DM. What's shifting for him with this 12/12 gateway? Queen of Swords in reverse. Emperor in reverse. And the 5 of Cups. Well, Divine Feminine, I can see why you're frustrated with this guy. I can see. I hear you. Okay, I'm going to shuffle those back in because there's 2 more. This is a Forest of Enchantment Tarot. Connecting energies, let's see. We have got the Moon in reverse. We have got the Nine of Cups in reverse. And we have got the King of Wands upright. Okay. So this Divine Feminine has had enough. Void of course Moon. She has decided nothing is going to come of this. I'm sick of putting in all this effort. You know, I am powerful. I don't need this guy. I'm going to focus on my own family. I'm going to focus on my own abundance, and I am letting go. There's Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's represented by the starfish, which I always think of as clingy. You know, she's releasing her divine masculine. She's had enough. And I feel like she has, I mean, this can sometimes happen as we move towards surrender, because the need, as you move into your own power, the need for your masculine begins to dissipate. And some divine feminines can swing in the opposite direction. They feel so relieved at being free of their, oh, I really want to swear today, of their effery. You know what I mean, right? That she's just kind of like, you know, F you, I'm going to focus on me now. I'm going to focus on my own power, my own abundance, my own family. I've already cultivated a beautiful life for myself. I don't need you. I am letting go. Nothing's going to come of this. You are a lost cause, is what she's thinking. And, you know, he is trying to still be optimistic, but this guy's bitter. You know, I can see why she's had enough with him. I feel like he's not in a good place. There's in distorted masculine energy. He's emotionally manipulative. He's bitter. He's resentful. And the connecting energy here is the Moon in reverse, which is fear, disillusionment, lack of trust. But the divine is saying that your dreams need a practical plan. You need to get practical about how things are moving forward. He's been asked to have faith. She's definitely lost it. But, you know, he's in this Queen of Cups reversed energy, which is emotionally manipulative. He's keeping his options open, and he's refusing to let go of conflicts. My gut feeling is he owes her an apology. He's been an absolute arse. Yeah? And she said, no, I don't actually need you, boy. Who do you think you are? I feel like this woman has stepped up and stepped out. I mean, in terms of how she's thinking and feeling, with a Six of Cups in reverse here, I really do feel like she's not just pulling away from him, she's pulling away from this twin flame concept. She's, you know, thinking that it was all a con, a lie to keep her trapped. We've got the Peacock in reverse here. Now, this is actually the Judgment card, but I do associate the Peacock with ego. And with this card in reverse, I feel like, you know, she's kind of denouncing the soul of her call, but she's also doing this from a place of ego. You know, it's fear that has caused her to do this, but she's just not seeing that there can be any fulfillment in this connection. And I understand that, okay, these guys really do test you to the limit, but I feel like you're pulling back from the whole journey as well as from him. And she's just thinking, do you know what, he's just a mess. Maybe he isn't my twin flame anyway. And for some of you, perhaps he isn't. Perhaps you recently discovered that he actually isn't, and you're taking your power back. He does not have the emotional maturity to do the inner reflection that's required to let go of this conflict, to bring himself and the situation back into balance. We've got the Nine of Cups in reverse here, and a lot of reversals for the feminine, which does indicate a lot of emotional instability in the connection. So I feel like things are really overwrought between you two. You know, that there isn't this... there doesn't seem to be a resolution, and certainly he's not able to go inwards and to take responsibility for how he's contributed to this outcome, and she's just not tolerating anything less. You know, it's kind of step up, be mature about it, let's have a real conversation, or just bog off. And I feel like he's just been a massive plonker. He feels quite immature, this guy, so there could be a big age gap as well. In terms of what's shifting for you guys, you know, I feel like for the Divine Feminine, she really is releasing responsibility. You know, she's saying, no, I'm not doing this. I'm no longer invested in this. And I am weighing up my other options. I'm in this new zone of awareness, which is playful, adventurous, excited, ready to explore my life without this person. So, you know, she is definitely moving away from this connection. It's not clear if she'll move back. She's weighing up her options. But for him, you know, unfortunately, I think you're right, Divine Feminine, to step away from him. Perhaps not from the journey, perhaps not from your spiritual power, You know, you need some balance here. But I think you're right to step away from him, because he's still in this very bitter frame of mind. He's still very confrontational. He's in this very distorted, controlling masculine energy. I don't see him bringing himself back into balance. This is someone who's trapped in victim consciousness, that's not seeing the beauty of this connection and all the wonderful opportunities available to him, because he's so bloody worries me. Oh, worries me, I'm such a victim. Do you know what? He's even annoying me. He's even annoying me. I'm irritated for you. This guy is just not taking responsibility for himself. So I think you're probably right to pull away from him at this stage for your own sanity. But, you know, with this King of Wands here, there is a big spiritual shift. And, you know, the King of Wands is the king of spirit. He's the king of power. Fire is passionate, but it's also purifying. I want you to think about how destructive and forceful fire can be, but how powerful it can be when used appropriately. So try and find some balance with this. As I said, I think you're right to pull away, but there's definitely a need to kind of temper this with your connection to spirit. And, you know, to release the anger. I understand how he's angered you. As I said, he's even irritating me, okay? He's a massive plonker right now. I hear you. Okay, let's get some guidance for you, Divine Feminine. I feel like you need it. We've got the King of Cups in reverse. We have got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And we've got the Nine of Cups. What we're getting from our masculine. I mean, honestly, I don't think he's the sort of guy that's even going to watch videos like this. He is really not that aware, is he? Let's have a look. Eight of Cups in reverse, the Empress, and the Four of Swords in reverse. We're going to get some personal power cards for you as well. I love these cards. I like little cards. You know, I think they're really underrated. They're so lovely. I am supported. I embrace change and I surrender. And for the masculine, we have got, I'm determined. I'm unbreakable, and I trust my intuition. So Divine Feminine, with this King of Cups in reverse, you know, there's a real need to stop being such a martyr to your feelings. I know you're angry. I know you're upset. You've probably got every right to be, because he feels like a real handful, this guy. You know, this guy knows how to test a bitch. And you definitely should not be coming forward with any kind of apologies or trying to offer an olive branch. That is not your job. But you do need to focus on your emotional stability with this Nine of Cups energy here, of bringing yourself back into emotional balance and not allowing this to disturb your peace of mind. Okay, you must learn not to react, to be able to hold your power and hold your space. I'm guided that this, with the song, this Nine of Cups energy, that actually music is something that's very powerful for you in terms of healing, and that you find a lot of solace there. So perhaps this is what's going to help you work through the emotional upheaval that you're going through right now and bring things back into balance. You've got to trust that you are supported and embrace this change that is being presented to you. And whilst you don't need to surrender to him right now, you do need to surrender to spirit. Okay, you need to trust in this journey a little bit more. You're being asked to trust that you're supported, to trust that this is all part of the divine plan. And as challenging and frustrating as it is, you do have the power now to bring yourself back into emotional balance. You are so strong. I get so much strength off this spread on this side from our Divine Feminine. You know, she has learned about healthy boundaries, but you've got to remember that it's boundaries, not barriers. You know, don't allow your anger and your fear and your ego to get in the way of your spiritual progress and development. For our Divine Masculine, you know, he needs to start understanding that he can create a new way forward, but he needs to give himself time to actually go within and think about it and go on this inner journey. He needs to be determined in doing that. And this whole woe is me attitude, you know, your thoughts become your reality, DM. If you think you are broken, so it is. So you've really got to start taking responsibility and trust in the communication you're receiving from spirit. Because I do feel this guy is actually quite spiritually open from the perspective. He acknowledges the synchronicities and the signs and all of the weirdness of this connection, but he's not actually paying attention or trusting it. He's not trusting in it. So he needs to be a bit more determined in picking himself up and taking responsibility for his life and creating a beautiful new way forward, which is what this portal is about. So I really hope that helped for you, powerful. That was a powerful reading for you guys. Let me know in the comments below if it helps. And do join me for the live guided 12/12 portal meditation tomorrow. I'll also be putting a video out of a collab with K-Moon. We're going to be talking about the 12/12 portal as well. And if you would like to book a private reading with me, you can do that on my website, happysouls1111.com. I am pretty full up until mid-January, but I will be doing less readings from then. So my diary will be a lot more restricted from then. So do grab a reading with me whilst you can. I know it's a bit of a wait, but I'm seeing as many of you as I can. Okay, pile 5. I don't often do 5 piles, but since this is the portal of change and rebirth, and that's what number 5 represents, it felt appropriate today. So this is a guided hand tarot. I'm going to pull some cards from the Moonology deck first, so that we can get a significator for each. So we've got Divine Feminine on the left, expect powerful change, that's what we like, New Moon eclipse. For the masculine, we've got prosperity lies ahead, New Moon in Taurus even. And the connecting energy is your commitment is being tested. So we're going to use the guided hand tarot for the Divine Feminine's cards. I'm going to use a different deck for the masculine and the connecting energies. So let's have a look, see what we have here. What are the current energies for our Divine Feminine? Lovely. Ace of Cups. The 10 of Wands. I love the 10 of Wands in this deck. I'll show it to you in a minute. It's so funny. And the Sun. How's she thinking and feeling about the connection? Wow, another ace. Ace of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles. And the 6 of Pentacles. Lots of very earthy energy here. And what's going to shift for her with this 12-12 portal? The Lovers. Beautiful. The Queen of Cups and the King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, we're going to use the Chakra Wisdom Tarot for our masculine. What are the energies he's in at the moment? What's his current energies? Page of Cups in reverse. The Empress. And the 6 of Wands in reverse. How's he thinking and feeling about his connection? Ace of Wands. Justice in reverse. And the Ace of Swords. Lots of aces for you guys. This is definitely a new beginning. And what's shifting for him? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. 10 of Cups. And the 3 of Pentacles. Powerful energies. I'm going to use cards from this deck. This is the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. For the connecting energies down the centre. Whew. It's good to get back to making videos. I love doing these collective readings. I'm sorry I've been away. I'm going to be a lot more regular over Christmas because I'm not doing as many bookings. So I'm going to try and get one out every day for you guys. Okay. We have got strength as the connecting energy for current energies. We have got the King of Pentacles for connecting energies for feelings. And for what's shifting, we have got the King of Wands. Powerful. Okay, Divine Feminine, you really are going through powerful change. You really are going through a dramatic, powerful change. This is like your light is beginning to eclipse the darkness, is what I'm hearing. You are embodying self-love. You are taking full responsibility. I've got to show you this card because it's hilarious. This is the 10 of Wands, which generally represents burden and responsibility. You see this crazy old lady carrying her shopping bags. I love it. But you are taking responsibility for self. The truth has been illuminated. You are digging out those inner child wounds. You are ready for this beautiful new beginning. You're feeling happy. You're feeling lighthearted. I feel like you're in a really good energy. You are doing the work. You are just powering forward. So this is really positive for you. I feel like you're ready for this 12-12 rebirth. You are ready to be born anew, to explode from your cocoon and just to fly with these new wings. This is really empowered energy right now. For the masculine, he's definitely stepping into his own abundance. He may have been not very communicative because this guy is focused on work. He's focused on work. He is focused on creating a much more abundant, worthy energy. He's put his Divine Feminine up on a pedestal. I'm hearing that he's really overwhelmed and inspired by her achievements, and he is a little bit competitive, but really he just wants to rise up to meet her. He wants to be powerful and strong. He wants to be as victorious as she is. He wants to show her that he is good enough, and this is where his focus is at the minute. But I do feel there's a lot of deep love here for his Divine Feminine, but he's so focused on making himself better that he's perhaps not communicating. And with this strength card here as the connecting energy, I feel like literally both parties feel very much in being empowered. the commitment is being tested, because I think this is possibly the first time that they've both stood back at the same time, like it was an equal decision, like both of them felt, you know, the energy shift and that they just needed some space and time to work on themselves. And that's actually strengthened their connection, but it's testing their faith. So, you know, both of them, even though they feel quite comfortable in this change, they're also, there's like fear tickling at the edges of them, just wondering, oh, you know, they've not contacted me either. What's happening here? Is this okay? But in terms of what they're thinking and feeling, you know, our divine feminine is focused on her own abundance, her own new beginning. She's embracing these changes and she's holding back from this connection a bit. She's waiting for that more equal give and take, which I feel hasn't been prevalent previously. He knows this and he's working towards fixing that. But she's holding her own, taking care of herself, giving herself the love she needs. And she's, you know, she's thinking that you're going to have to at least meet me halfway if this is ever going to work. And I feel like this is why she's felt more comfortable about holding back as well. He's also, I mean, we've got a lot of aces here. She's got Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. He's got Ace of Wands and Ace of Swords. So he's embracing spirituality. You know, he's starting to understand that there is something very soulful about this connection, but he does have unresolved karma. He feels like he's not worthy of her. He's got a lot of unresolved, very limiting, negative beliefs about himself, but he is identifying the truth about this connection and the spiritual nature of it. And he's recognizing that actually, she's my soulmate. Like, I need to sort my life out. I need to start over. I need to acknowledge this about her, about myself, so that we can start moving forward. And the connecting energy here is the King of Pentacles, which is really powerful. You know, this is both parties acknowledging that, you know, we need to work on our grounding. We need to work on our 3D life. We need to work on our abundance and feeling confident, worthy and good about ourselves so that we can reunite and come back together strong. In terms of what's shifting for them, this divine feminine has got the Lovers and the Queen of Cups. This is beautiful. This is about making much healthier choices for herself, about embracing unconditional love and also feeling confident enough to give unconditionally. But we've got the King of Pentacles in reverse here, and I do feel like there's still a lot of doubt with her surrounding what this guy's got to offer. And she's not looking for the material stuff that he's so focused on generating. She's all about, what can you offer me emotionally? What can you offer me, you know, from your heart? I'm not interested in your pocket. I'm interested in what's coming from your heart. So there's a little bit of shall we say, contradictory objectives here with them. He feels like he needs to be the King of Pentacles, and she's not really looking for that, but she's definitely open to receiving. She's open to giving, and she's in a much more loving and balanced energy. I feel like he will take his foot off the work pedal and actually start coming forward with some kind of tangible offer of union. He's going to make some kind of expression. We've got the 10 of Cups here and the 3 of Coins. And I feel like this is him saying, let's work together to make this happen. You know, this is really quite a beautiful lineup. This is him recognizing that actually it's not about work. It's not about what I can present materially. I need to present my heart. And with the King of Wands here, this is really passionate and powerful connecting energy. You know, this is both of them stepping fully into their spiritual power as a couple. So I do feel strong union energies here for you two. This is really quite lovely. I feel like you're both ready. Definitely, you know, powerful change. I feel like initially you're both going to wobble somewhat. Oh God, I'm just going to ignore that. Hopefully the person will leave the parcel. It's the second time I've been interrupted during this. In fact, let me get it or I'll miss it. 2 seconds. I'm so sorry. Christmas post, right? Okay, so we're going to get guidance. So yeah, you two, you know, you are kind of nearly ready. This guy's walking into his own abundance. This feminine's walking into a powerful change. Let's get some guidance. We've got the Page of Swords in reverse. We've got Strength. And we have got, that's the 8 of Swords. The masculine, we have got the 8 of Swords in reverse, the 6 of Swords, and the 3 of Cups. Okay, let's get some of these personal power cards as well. I'm supported. trust in divine timing, and I surrender. That's come out for a lot of piles. I embrace change. I'm ready. And I am a dreamer. So divine feminine. Now, it feels like there's not a lot of communication between you two at the moment. I'm guided to tell you that don't be the one that reopens that. Okay, you need to wait for him to come forward. You need to stand in your strength and your power. But, you know, as I said, your commitment is being tested. And this is when you need to really hold that power and hold that self-love and trust. Because those fears, those negative beliefs that have been rolling around your head are what are going to sabotage this if you don't, you know, rein them in and get a handle on them. So don't allow your mind to run away with yourself if he's not coming forward as quickly as you would like him to. He's in that zone of awareness, okay? He's shifting in the right direction. So you really need to trust at the moment. Trust in divine timing, surrender to what is, and trust that you are supported. There's a strong angelic presence around you. If you're really into angels and the angelic realms, I feel that. I'm feeling a really strong angelic presence around you. This is a really childlike, very gentle and very fragile, quite beautifully fragile, nurturing energy that's surrounding you right now. You need to surrender to it and trust that the divine plan is moving you in the right direction. Hold on to your power, hold on to your strength, because things are happening for you. You know, this is powerful change. And I want to remind you that you picked pile number 5, which is also the number of change, okay? So your masculine needs to do the same. He needs to release negative self-beliefs. Now, for some of you, this masculine may be moving away from a third-party situation. For others, I feel this is moving away from partying and very distracting behaviours. So he really needs to focus on moving himself into calmer waters and embrace the changes that are being presented to him. He's ready. He needs to trust in his dreams, trust in what he's been hoping for and planning for, because everything is moving you two together right now. These are strong union energies you're in. So I'm keeping all my digits crossed for you, that you navigate these tides of change with grace and dignity. You're ready for this. You're so ready. I hope that was helpful for you. Please do let me know in the comments down below. And check me out. I'm going to be doing a guided meditation for you guys to the 1212 portal tomorrow night. Find the information on my community page about that. I'm going to be releasing a collaboration video with K-Moon talking about the 1212 portal energies. And if you want to book a private reading with me, you can do that through my website at happysouls1111.com. Thank you so much for your time. Sending you lots of love. Bye.